It's you. Hi, I'm Suze Orman. I had this dream to make sure that everybody in this world, that they have what it takes to be the masters of their own financial destiny. True empowerment, especially for a woman, is when you really do have control over how you think, feel, and act with your money.
Well, for decades, we have been looking to her not only for expert guidance, but you know Suze Orman is a force of nature. I hope you've checked out her podcast. But if you haven't, she is going to custom design a better life for you. I mean, let's be honest, there's a lot of chaos in the world right now. And if you feel like things are out of control, if I asked you today, were you prepared for this? Are you prepared for retirement? If you're not sure, but you are looking for the keys to the kingdom, the ultimate toolbox is what we have from, of course, the amazing, the one and only inimitable Suze Orman. This is her last show of the visit. First and foremost, you know, Suze hasn't written a book in a long time, since she was in her 40s. And she wrote not only a USA bestseller, New York Times bestseller, the book that we all need. Now, certainly I'm over 50, and I know if you feel a little, you know, out of control in this climate, the book alone, if you go to Amazon, which I did, virtually all perfect reviews, is just part of this one-of-a-kind package. Let's be honest, for well over 30 years, Suze we trust her, we look to her. So we are basically duplicating a today's special price for this hour on your ultimate retirement package. So what are you getting? Of course, you get the keys to the kingdom. So of course, that best-selling book, go to Amazon, I'm telling you right now, perfect reviews on I was almost gonna say hsn.com because I shop there so much. That is included. Plus, of course, when we talk about getting expert guidance, a roadmap. Do you know the difference between a will? Do you know the difference between a trust? She is going to give you your expert guidance on a virtual tour. Do you know there are $2,500 worth of documents that you get in this activation kit? By the way, it is customized to you. Let's be honest, we are at home right now, so we've got time to answer those questions and customize our roadmap to success. So you get that virtual guidance as part of our ultimate retirement package. And then when I say you get the keys to the kingdom, of course, those must-have documents that, remember, you will print out on your own once you have customized this to your own individual needs. Any age, any circumstance, certainly for those of us who are over the age of 50, we have to have that. Now, we say $2,500 as a bare minimum, because you know, whether you get married, whether there's a death in the family, they are always updated, they are always refreshed, of course, from Suze's experts who are in the house for you. And then, of course, with that activation code, you can actually pay this forward. So you can share it with family, you can share it with friends. It is for this hour and this hour only. I want you to see that if purchased separately, remember, it's your virtual university, it's your virtual one-on-one with Suze. Here's that if purchased separately in black and white, and then we're gonna introduce my special guest of honor, my darling friend, the must-have documents. Now, this is online access. Remember, you will print those out on your own. So it's your own virtual school, your own virtual university, your own virtual guidepost, the ultimate in no contact, however, the ultimate in customization. You get the retirement guide for over 50 bucks. Now that's $17 and change. Perfect reviews on, again, I almost said hsn.com, on Amazon. You gotta read those. Obviously a bestseller to be reckoned with. The audio CD, that's another $24. And again, remember, that is a virtual system that you can plug into your life wherever you are or whomever is in your life. Plus, of course, that ultimate retirement guide. All and only for this show. Almost $260 worth of value. We're gonna take you on that tour. We're gonna show you the value of those virtual documents. $2,500, again, that's a blip on the radar. But of course, our special guest of honor who's Skyping in with us, looking gorgeous, I must say, with that impending birthday. Like fine wine, you get better and better. Suze, I gotta tell you.
I just have to tell you something.
What?
Because guess whose jacket this is? This is Iman's jacket.
Is it
so
really?
There,
I was like watching her going, Aman, I got your jacket on tonight. I love your clothes. But that's besides the point, Shannon. I haven't seen you in so long.
I know, I have missed you. But you know what? I'm not alone in this, because for well over 30 years, you know how they say we're all in this together? Sometimes with finances, it doesn't feel that way. Sometimes with finances, we don't know where to turn. We feel like we are an island unto ourselves. And what I love most about you is, it's like you take us by the hand. And I love now, with this whole virtual university or system or the keys to the kingdom, this is the ultimate package. In my own opinion, I think this is better than anything you have ever done. And I'm honored to be here with you talking about it.
Thank you, girlfriend. You know, besides the must-have documents, what is really important about this package is the book. And the book is The Ultimate Retirement Guide for 50 Plus, Winning Strategies to Make Your Money Last a Lifetime. Everything in the world has changed. Interest rates are almost non-existent. Where are you going to put money today? I want you all to ask yourself this question. Where are you going to put money today and make any type of interest on it? And the chances of you being able to find a place are nil. You even hear the president and everybody talking about negative interest rates. Do you all know what that means? That means that it may be possible that you have to pay the bank to keep money at a bank. So this book is so vital for all of you. I can't even tell you. It was written last year knowing that this was going to be a very tough year, financially speaking. And it came out on February 25th, immediately hit the New York Times bestseller list. But there are things in this book, everybody, that I've never told you to do before. I have a whole different strategy for a whole new economy and for a whole new normal. So if you are 50, if you are 60, if you are 70, if you are 80, if you don't have this book, I am telling you, you are going to make serious mistakes with your money. You're not going to be able to get your money to last you a lifetime, because how are you going to be able to invest it to do so when interest rates are so low, the markets are going up and down, the bond market's going to be a dangerous thing as time goes on, real estate's about to go down. What are you going to do? The secrets are in this book, Shannon.
They absolutely are. Now, I will tell you, first of all, if you're new to HSN, Suze Orman attracts more new faces than maybe any other category here at HSN. I want you to stop for a moment. You know how they say, you know, be calm. This is a moment where you take a moment of calm for yourself. But trust me when I tell you, whether you've watched HSN or not, you want this package. In light of, we know the reality of the world right now, not only is this Suze's last show, but for the visit, we are honoring this ultimate retirement package, basically a today's special offer for this hour. This is her last show of the visit. Moreover, it's on a 3-pay flex pay of $24. If you read some of those reviews just on the book, which of course is included as part of your purchase, Suze, they read like love letters. It's like, you know, she wrote the book just like Suze talks to me. People love you, but they trust you. And the book alone is of the utmost importance. But then you take and guide us by the hand. So HSN is helping to facilitate that as well. You call that toll-free number, you shop mobily. It's a little over $20 on your credit card. But remember, there's also a 90-day return policy, We are Facebooking Live, so if you do have a specific question, I know Suze would love to take it. And Suze, that's just it. I said, you know, and again, that's why I want to pump the brakes a little bit. You know, take a moment for an oasis of calm, because listen, it's hard enough to find toilet paper out there, you know, but it's hard to know who to go to know what to do, right?
So let's tell everybody seriously what they are going to get, because, you know, it's one thing to show it. It's another thing to let me take them all the way through it. When you get this, you're going to get this activation card. And on the back of this activation card, you will each have your individualized activation number. And when you activate, you're going to see these 5 icons come up on your screen. This is mobile friendly. You can do it anywhere. First of all, not only are you going to be getting the hardback version of my New York Times bestseller, but you're also going to get it in audio version, 12 hours and 30 minutes. And I'm not just reading the book, I'm telling you things on this audio that are not written in the book. Also, sometimes you like to read a book online, on iBooks and things. You're going to be able to get to do it on iBooks as well. Also, there are videos and audios of the 8 mistakes you can't afford to make. So you're going to be able to listen to it or watch it. And there are mistakes that you are all making when it comes to buying a home, to getting out of debt, to how you should plan for your retirement, Social Security, identity theft, smart investing, annuities, insurance, and how to find a financial advisor. But last but not least, and really the most precious part of this program, is the must-have documents. The documents that you see on your screen are documents that every single one of you must have. Every one of those you must have. If you went to a lawyer to get them, it would cost you at least $2,500. You need to know they're good in all 50 states. It's going to take you only 30 minutes to 1 hour to create. You get free updates, and it was created by me and my own trust lawyer. So that is the guts of this program. What's really important at this point in time, everybody, is that not only do you have a strategy, not only do you have a strategy to invest money and to do all these things you need to do, which is what you're going to find in the book. Don't you want me to be your ultimate guide? That's what that book is all about. Again, you're going to have it in audio format as well as online. But you need documents. You need documents in place today to protect your tomorrows. And I cannot stress that enough. You've seen me now for over 20 years on HSN and our sister show, which is QVC, telling you this. These documents now have been totally updated. They're mobile friendly. They're so easy to use. But let me again remind you before I show you how to use them, they were created by my own trust lawyer. Now, my trust lawyer is going to be your trust lawyer via this program. They are legal documents.
Oh, well, as we know, as they say, technical difficulties. What's interesting, as Susie was talking, again, if you have seen her book, it's so funny because Susie and our friends, and we were texting earlier, she's like, oh, check out the reviews on Amazon. What's so funny is I was shopping on Amazon this morning, and she came up, because not only is she a bestseller, this is the first book that she has written since she was in her 40s, and I gotta tell you something, if you only got the book for the price of admission, it would be worth it. But it's the tools, as I say, the keys to success. It's the tools, you know, to the kingdom, so to speak. Remember, it's the last show of the visit. We are matching our today's special price. Susie, as they say, technical difficulties. I guess we have you back, right, my friend?
Well, you know, I'm coming to you from the Bahamas on this little tiny island where I live, and there really isn't Wi-Fi or communication here at all. So I just find it's a miracle that we're even connecting on any level. So, but what I was trying to say to all of you is that before I take you through these documents, you really need to understand that they were created by my trust lawyer. Now they are your trust lawyer, because you're going to be able to have access to all of her knowledge via this program. How about if we try to take everybody through it and show how easy it is, Shannon? What do you say?
That's perfect. So Susie, walk us through this if you can.
All right, so when you start, you're going to be able to personalize everything with pictures and put in all your information. It takes 30 minutes to 1 hour to complete all of the documents. Once you have answered everything, and by the way, I'm going to be there to help you go through the entire thing with that little icon. Once you've answered all the questions, we will select the correct version of the documents for you. This is not one size fits all. You will have different documents if you're single versus married, with children, with no children, or a blended family. You will answer a few more questions, then up will come your working documents. You will turn up your volume, and Janet, the trust lawyer, it's going to be like you're sitting across the desk from her, will take you through line by line. Now, everything that you see in blue, these are legal documents, everybody. If you want to know what that means, you click on it, and up comes the definition. Everything in red, that's the information that you put in. Hey, you want to change? Don't worry, just click. You go to your library of names, you see all the pictures of all your family members or whatever, you click, point, bam, and we automatically repopulate all the documents with your corrections. That easy. You then print them out, and as you see on your screen, you will have one page of instructions that show you exactly what you need to do, and these are all state specific. So you are being shown how many witnesses and everything you need. You personalize it, you print it, and you protect it, and then it is over.
And here's the thing, Susie, we already have questions coming in on Facebook, so I'd love to address those in just a moment, but it's interesting because the question always comes up, who is this for? Basically, this is for everyone within the sound of our voice. What's interesting about the reviews on Amazon is, and when I say they read like love letters, virtually every single one of them is a perfect 5-star review, but you hear quite frequently, this was for me, I'm at retirement age. This is for me, I was in my 40s. This was for me, I had health issues. This was for me, my mom just died. That is not my case, thank God, but I'm reading, you know, I'm going from memory from some of the reviews, but I thought a will was going to be enough. So the whole idea behind this, Susie, is anyone watching this show, I think a lot of people, you know, when I said there was a panic for toilet paper, but, you know, we do get a little nervous about finances. And no, is this the sexiest thing that we sell on HSN? No, but I do think it's the most important thing that we offer here at HSN. And really, it's the information and how accessible you now make it with this virtual library that really does set this apart. And it's always refreshing and updating depending on my circumstance. I think it's just amazing what you've done.
I think what people really need to understand about this program is the value of it, because the value is absolutely extraordinary. If you went to an attorney, first of all, do you even know an attorney to go to? You can't really go to an attorney today because you could barely go out of your house. So now the attorney comes to you via this program. But if you did go to an attorney, it would cost you at least $2,500 for these 4 must-have documents. But it's not just $2,500, Shannon, because every time you make a change, you create these documents, and now something's changed. You want to change beneficiaries, you changed your situation, you have more grandkids, you have more kids, whatever it is. Every time you go back to an attorney, it's another $500 or $1,000. In this situation here, every time you want to make a change, you just come back to your program. It asks you, do you want to make an update? You say yes. What do you want to update? You communicate with the program. You fill in the new information. It then invalidates your old documents. You go and get your new documents notarized and everything again. Changed. What did that cost you? Nothing. Remember, this program, you have my permission to legally share it with any members of your family. So that's like a $2,500 gift to your parents, to your brother, to your children, to your sister, to anybody. Maybe you have a church that you feel is your family. Okay, share it with them. So for $72, you are getting over $2,500 worth of state-of-the-art documents, a New York Times bestseller. You're getting audios and videos of the 8 mistakes you can't afford to make. You're getting the audio version of the book, the online version of the book, and you can share all of that with all of your family members. The only thing, obviously, you only have one hardback version of that book. Everything else, however, you get to share with the family. So I just want you to think about the value of that. I also just want to warn all of you that once this quantity is gone, that's it. You are not going to see it again. I am not bringing it back. So therefore, you act on it while we still have it, or will you miss out on it? You might. And then where do you go and you find $2,500 worth of documents that you can change over and over again, that is constantly updated, and you can share with people? I don't know. And if you, by the way, went on my own website, these documents sell for $199. So I've brought this again to HSN, especially during this time, because, you know, originally this package was only supposed to be the book. But I added the must-have documents because if there was ever a time that you had these documents, especially the advance directive and the durable power of attorney for healthcare, oh my God, do you know if your children are 18 years of age and older, and if they ended up in the hospital, something was wrong, you don't have the legal authority to help them because they're no longer dependent on you. They're 18 years of age and older. You get this program, do the, you know, advance directive and durable power of attorney for healthcare, not only for yourself, but for your kids as well. Doesn't cost you anything more.
So we're about a third of the way through the presentation. So at this point, I'd like to reintroduce the offer. You know, when Susie's here, first of all, we're fortunate and privileged that she's inviting us into her home. We're all social distancing, but basically, she's giving you the tools to the kingdom. This is her last show of the visit, and she's right. If you went for just the must-have documents on her website, you'd be looking at $200. Remember, it is a contact-free, customized university that not only gives you the tools to the kingdom, but now and in future years, regardless of what happens in your circumstance. So yes, USA, yes, New York, yes, best-selling author, New York Times bestseller. Read those reviews even on Amazon where the book sells for almost pretty much a flex pay. We're doing the whole system for $24. That's your first payment if you're new to HSN. We're paying to send it to you. There is free shipping. There's a 90-day return policy. You get that best-selling book, and Susie covers a whole wealth of topics. But then when I say this is your tools to success, remember those must-have documents, a $2,500 value, and that's just at first blush if you didn't change anything for the rest of your life, but they are customized to your individual needs. You will print those out. Plus, to have access to not only her books, to what I call the Suze Orman University online is really incredible, and you can share that and pay that forward. These we've actually printed out. If you're the kind of person where you like to have the paper in your hand, you can do that. But to get everything that you need, from the audio to the contactless virtual library or system, all customized to your individual needs. I'd love for you to see that if purchased separately. And then Susie, I will go through a couple of the questions that we're seeing on Facebook Live here. But remember, if we just considered the base package of the must-have documents, again, at Susie's website, that is $200. Remember, print those out when you get them at home. You get the tools to success, that great activation card. You get the book that is a bestseller. You get the retirement guide, that audio CD. And remember, when we talk about her virtual, you know, one-on-one, you can take that wherever you are. I mean, your cell phone, your Android, your tablet, your PC, doesn't matter. And of course, you share it and pay it forward. Then that Audible, actually, it's funny, I could have purchased just the Audible separately elsewhere, all with a 90-day return policy. Susie, just a couple of broad strokes that we're seeing on Facebook Live. Maria has a couple of unique situations. She wants to know about investments. She has some health issues, and you know, she's also got some debt that she has to settle. So those are three, you know, health issues, debt, and investments. And then Colleen is asking about fiduciary. Aluminum.
It's fiduciary.
Thank you. That's why you're the expert.
Right. So here's what I want to say to those two questions. Obviously, I can't answer them totally because I don't know exactly what you need to know, but I can tell you this. The book, The Ultimate Retirement Guide for 50 Plus, Winning Strategies to Make Your Money Last a Lifetime. I want you to think about the title to that book. The Ultimate Retirement Guide. What is your ultimate retirement? What is it that you want to obtain, really, and attain as you get older here? You know, next month, you know, Shannon, I'm going to be 69 years of age. And as one starts to get older, things are really different in your life in every aspect of it. So I address fiduciaries within the Ultimate Retirement Guide. I address all the things that you just asked, that the questions were, well, what about investments? What should I do? You have to remember that in this book, I literally take your hand and I say, at 50 years of age, I want you to do this, 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 and that. At 60 years of age, then I want you to invest in that, this, and that. At 65, at 70, whether it's Social Security, selling your home, what kind of conversation should you have with your kids, long-term care insurance, everything that could make it so that your retirement is not the ultimate one, right? Everything that could make it so that I guarantee you that it will be the retirement guide the retirement that you want. You don't want to take chances here, not in an economy like this. So usually I spend so much time on the must-have documents, but you've heard me talk about these. You know that they're fabulous. We have sold millions and millions and millions of these over the years, and you don't sell millions of something, millions, if it hasn't changed people's lives for the better. I can give you all the reasons why, if all you have is a will, you are making one of the biggest mistakes possible. I can tell you that the less money you have, the more you need a revocable trust. I can tell you that you absolutely need a financial power of attorney, because in case there is incapacity and you want to access your spouse's retirement accounts and do things, you're not going to be able to do so without that document. I can tell you that if you don't have an advance directive and durable power of attorney for health care, you are really putting yourself, especially in the day when we don't know what's happening with this virus, you could be putting yourself in a situation, medically speaking, that you don't want to be in. And there's so many more things that I can go on about that, but I want to go back to the book for one more second. It's been years since I've written a brand new book, and this is my 11th New York Times bestseller. And I have never written a book like this before. I tell you to do things in this book that I 5 years ago would not have told you to do. And why am I telling you to do things that I've never told you to do before? Because times have changed and they're different than they've ever been before. And if you think, financially speaking, that you're just going to be able to go back to how it was and to do this and to do that, I'm here to tell you everything is going to change. And if you had been listening to my podcast, the Women in Money podcast, you would have heard last July, I told you 4 times last year on my podcast that in February of this year, the markets were going to go down and you had to be extremely careful. So I wrote that book knowing not that it was going to be a virus, but what was going to happen. So let that book be your guide, because I'm telling you right now, peeps, you got to be very careful here. We have so much debt. If you think the economy isn't going to change, if you think certain things aren't going to change, whether it's Social Security, income tax brackets, how you invest, I'm here to tell you you're wrong. So that's why I decided to write another book. And I haven't written a brand new book since 2011. Wow. That is now 9 years. And I didn't think I was ever going to write another book. So if I wrote it, you should be reading it.
You absolutely should. And again, we're getting a lot of specific questions on Facebook, but I can tell you for a fact, whether you're like Janice, and actually there are a couple of specific questions about the box that I'm going to get to, but whether you're talking about, do I have portfolios? What do I invest in? Remember, that is all covered in the book. But the difference between getting this here or anywhere else, if you, again, perfect 5-star reviews, New York and USA Times, USA Today best seller, are what I call the tools to the kingdom. You have to have that book, this book. And I'll just, at any age, certainly I'm in my 50s, I'm at retirement age, and I'm panicked enough about toilet paper. I want to preface this all by saying, though, pump the brakes and be calm. But if you're like a lot of us, our finances are what throw our world in crisis and throw our worlds in chaos. I mean, things change. So yes, you get the book, but this activation card, that's really the jewel. It's like the jewel in the crown, because yes, then you can print the must-have documents, you can share it with family and friends, you can pay it forward. Susie, one thing that I do want to address though, because a couple people have asked this, I know you've done several different derivation or versions of the box, and yeah, silver, gold, green, but we have to get back to the fact it was what was inside that makes it so special. So I think this is the perfect partnership with the book.
Yeah, you know, and you better take my words on all this, everybody. I told you that I was going to stop doing the gold box. And one of the reasons I stopped doing the gold box, everybody, just so you know, that had some of this inside it, is that to be able to offer it at that price, we did manufacture it in China. And given that I kind of had a feeling what was going to happen next year, and I didn't want to bring in anything from China, nor would we be allowed to, that's when I said to you a while ago, this will be the last presentation of the gold box. That was one of the reasons that we stopped doing it. But what you were really paying for within that gold box wasn't the gold box. The most valuable thing in that gold box was the must-have documents, because millions of dollars have been invested in creating the must-have documents, keeping them running, individualizing them for you. We have a help center. You know, you don't have to worry about the must-have documents when you do them. If you need help, and we can show you what that looks like, you can go right on your computer or your iPhone or your iPad, and you'll see at the very top of your screen there, that little help thing. You'll click it. And then you can either send us an email, do a live chat with us, call us on the phone, and we will take care of any question that you have or concern that you have about this program. To run an 800 line and all of that is extremely expensive. So that was what you were really paying for when you purchased that gold box. I'm bringing it to you again right now at an unheard of price, honestly, everybody, because if there was ever a time that you needed the must-have documents, it is right here and right now. I wish I could say to all of you, you're not going to get the virus, everything's okay, we're going to open up, everything's going to go back to normal. It's not. It's not going back to normal. We will have a new normal and everything will be okay, but you're going to have to get used to doing things in many different ways. And that includes not only investing your money, saving your money, how you use money, how much you take out of a retirement account, how much you don't. Everything has changed, which is why the book is vital. But even as equally as vital as the book is the must-have documents. And Shannon, I'm very serious about this. When this particular item, when this goes away, there we go. So let me show you how easy it is for you to use. You just go on with your activation code and you will personalize everything, answer questions. It simply takes 30 minutes to 1 hour to complete all 4 of the must-have documents. Don't worry, I'm going to be there throughout the entire program. If you have a question, I'll answer it within the program. After you've answered it, we select the correct version of the documents for you. It's different if you're single versus married, no children versus with children, or a blended family. This is not one size fits all, people. This is customized for you, the documents based on your answers to the questions. After you've answered all the questions, up come the working documents. The trust lawyer is going to take you online through this program to tell you everything. These are legal documents. You want to know what a word means? You click on anything on blue, up comes the definition. You can only change what you have entered, and that's always in red. You read the documents and you go, I don't want to leave it to that person. I want to leave it to that person. Click, click, and we automatically repopulate all the documents for you with the corrections. You then simply print them out. And when you print them out, you will get 1 sheet of paper. That's it. That gives you the instructions of everything you need to do. You then will have them witnessed, notarized. You get the directions to do that. They are state specific. And in literally 1 hour, you've personalized them, you've printed them, you've protected yourself after you've taken them to the notary as well as the witnesses that are there and fund the documents. It could not be easier. Again, if you went to an attorney for those 4 must-have documents alone, it would cost you up to $2,500. That is the value of this. Now, I just need you to think about that. Listen, you don't have to do that. You can go to an attorney, but are you sure that these are going to be great documents? I can tell you these documents are my documents. If you looked at my will, my trust, my advanced directive and durable power of attorney for healthcare, my financial power of attorney, you would see the exact same documents that you are going to be able to create and print out with this program. Now, if they're good enough for me, they are absolutely good enough for you. So the question is, if you choose to go to an attorney, are you sure that attorney is as good as my attorney? Are you sure that your documents are going to be as good as my documents? I'm here to tell you I don't think so. And I can tell you, I do know that there are some attorneys out there that have purchased this program. They've installed it. You go to see them, and they charge you $2,500 for the exact same documents. Again, you can get these home for $24. You can try them out. If you don't like them, fine, send them back. And remember, you can share this entire program, everything that you see, with your family members. And every time you go to make a change, rather than spending another $500 with an attorney, just come back to your phone or your pad or your computer and update your documents. The program will invalidate your old ones. You will then be able to print out your new ones, and there you go. So could it be easier? No, but it's up to you to want to take advantage of this, why we are still offering it.
Absolutely. In fact, Susie, it's funny because I was going to buy the book anyway, so I reserved mine because I can tell you for a fact this offer is going away. Susie was just kind enough. I mean, certainly when I said pump the brakes, we want you all to be calm, but the reality is if you're panicked over toilet paper, what are you doing with your life? And, you know, I don't mean that to be alarmist, but the truth of the matter is, I know Suzanne said this earlier, and I really do believe things in life are guided. You're watching us for a reason. If you are new to HSN, welcome. Yes, you've seen Susie everywhere. She's best-selling author. Latest best-selling book is included with your purchase. I was actually going to buy that elsewhere. If you go to Amazon and read her reviews, they are through the roof. They're like love letters. So basically for flex pay, because, you know, normally you spend shipping, handling, and tax, yes, we include the book, but then we include what we call the keys to the kingdom. Customized support, $2,500 worth of documents, and that's at first blush if you were only going to do them once. Then, of course, audio access, whether it's the CD, whether it's the book, what I call her learning library, the most common mistakes. I mean, do you even know what to ask? I promise you, because we get a lot of specific questions on Facebook, whether it's 401ks or portfolios or investments or health issues, it is covered, but it's customized to you. Alicia, I hope that answers one of your questions. She was asking if any states were included. No, no, no. She was asking about Louisiana specifically. And it's interesting, Susie, when we were texting, we were talking about wills and trusts. And that's actually one of the questions that Maria has asked a couple of different times, you know, about why is this a will instead of a pour over will with trust? Can we talk a little bit about wills and trusts?
Yeah, this essentially is a pour over will, but everybody needs certain documents, and each document has a specific purpose. The main purpose of a will, believe it or not, in my opinion, is to designate who is going to be the guardian over your minor children. I know a lot of you think that, oh, a will is so that you can leave your assets to somebody. That's not, in my opinion, what you should really be using a will for. So a will normally will designate who is the guardian over your minor children. When you create a revocable trust, you have to transfer the title of your homes and your bank accounts and your investment accounts from your individual name into the title of the trust. held for your benefit while you're alive, possibly, or whoever's benefit you want it for, but normally your benefit while you're alive, and after you have died, for your beneficiary's benefit, because you have taken the time while you are alive to transfer the title into the trust. What happens is upon your death, because you've already done that, it transfers to your beneficiaries within a week or two. Anything that you purchased that you didn't transfer into the title of the trust then will be dictated by the will. And it's just that simple. All wills have to go through a court procedure known as probate. Probate in the state of California, for instance, will take 1 year to 2 years. On a $300,000 home, even if you had no equity in it, it will cost you $20,000 for the executor as well as the lawyer, statutory fees set by the state. Or you could have done a revocable trust, and it would have cost you nothing, and in 2 weeks, your beneficiaries would have got that. But more important, a trust, this trust, my trust, has what's called an incapacity clause in it, that you state while you're of sound mind who will sign for you if you can't sign for yourself, and you know, you can dictate everything that they can do. Now, why is that important? Women, you better listen to me right now. We get old, and for some reason, when we get old, we outlive our male counterparts. And so many times we end up all by ourselves. So if you become incapacitated, can you tell me who's going to write your checks for you? Who's going to pay your bills for you? How is that going to happen? Oh, you don't have this trust. You don't have an incapacity clause in this. Oh, now somebody's going to have to go down to court, get you declared incompetent, get a conservatorship for you. That'll cost $5,000. You are asking for a nightmare. Oh, you own a home in joint tenancy with right of survivorship with your spouse. And oh, your spouse has become incapacitated and you now need to sell the house. Can you? No, you cannot. Because when you own something in joint tenancy, both of you have to sign. If you had owned it in the title of the trust, you would have designated, oh, I can sign for my spouse can sign for me. If there's an incapacity, it doesn't matter. You could sell the house. In the other circumstance, you're going to have to go get a conservatorship again. There are so many things that you need to know. But mainly, lawyers will tell you, you don't need a trust. Because guess who gets the probate fees? Also, remember, if all you have is a will goes through probate, a court procedure, which is a public record. If you think there are not people that go to the courts and look at all the public records of who has just died, and then they contact your beneficiary saying, you know, your family member had contacted me before they died, and they said they left you all of this, and I should contact you to make sure that you're okay, and they're nothing more than a con artist. In a trust, it is not public record. So your identity is protected. I can go on and on, everybody, but you know and I know you need these documents.
You do. In fact, Suze, I just have to interject here quickly. First and foremost, you know how much I love you and how much you've changed my life. I think in the time that I've known you, my life has changed significantly, and that's what's interesting about this. Curtis Stone was a big hit today and yesterday, and one lucky customer got a virtual cooking class with Curtis. This is a virtual university. It is a virtual, you know, one and done university. The keys to the kingdom with really arguably the world's most influential, certainly one of the world's most trusted financial experts on the planet. Customized results. Can you buy the book elsewhere? Sure. In fact, even if you went to Amazon, which I actually was going to do, by the time you factor in shipping, handling, and tax, you'd be looking at that flex pay. But you don't get what I call that unlimited virtual university access that that you can customize based on what's going on right now. And let's be honest, we are in uncertain times. If you are new to HSN, I want you to understand, if you went to Suze's website, and this is the last show of the visit here at HSN, she does things for us that she doesn't even do on her website. The must-have documents. Now remember, you get that activation card, you get that best-selling book, and then what I call the virtual system, which is great because not only is it no contact, but then you're not looking at expiration dates, and you can share it and you can pay it forward. If you're the kind of person like me, you like to have a piece of paper in your hand, yes, you can print those. So the must-have documents are $2,500 alone. But if you're new to HSN, if you went to Suze's website, you're looking at $200. I'm getting mine, and I'm a super fan, obviously, like I know a lot of you are. But you can only get this during this hour. We have hundreds of you who are calling. If you are new, FlexPay is open to everyone within the sound of our voice. So it's a little over $20, $24 to get it at home. Free shipping. Remember, you get the book, you get what I call the virtual library and learning system, not the least of which are access to that $2,500 worth of documents that you can customize individual to you based on what's going on in your life right now. But this is the only place you can get it. There is also a 90-day return policy. So in all seriousness, if you don't learn something, every page, it's like Suze is taking your hand. One of the reviewers on Amazon said, it's like Suze writes like she talks. I mean, she tells it, like it is. Suze, the important thing for me is, and I know Andrew Lessman says this all the time, it's the information that is valuable. He even says, if you don't buy my products, buy someone else's, the information is what is key. But the problem is, like you said, whether it's the world that we're living in, who do you trust? Who do you ask? What are the mistakes that I'm making? What are the questions to ask? You cover all that and so much more.
Yeah, in this program, again, everybody, please remember, it's not only just the 320-page hardback book. It's also me going into an audio booth where I recorded 12 hours and 30 minutes of information that is not just in the book, right? Because I didn't just read the book. I tell you stories, I engage with you, I do all of that. It's also giving you the online version of the book. So you could go to Amazon and you could buy the audio version, you could buy the online version, or you could buy the hardback version. In this program, you are getting all three. You are also getting hours and hours, 8 videos of me talking to you about the 8 mistakes you can't afford to make. If you don't want to watch me, and I actually don't blame you if you don't, because I can get intense, you know that, but you just want to listen to them, you can also just download it on your iPod or whatever you do and walk with me and let me teach you. Also, however, is the must-have documents. Out of all the things that I can tell you to do, which is save your money, invest your money, do this with your real estate, do this with your retirement accounts, the must-have documents, as you're seeing on the screen right now, are so easy to use. You're going to be able to personalize them with your pictures. I'm going to ask you I'm going to tell you that it's only 30 minutes to 1 hour to complete all 4 must-have documents. You think you have an hour today to protect the rest of your life? You don't have to worry about it because I guide you through the entire program. And after you've answered just a few questions, we select the correct version of the documents for you, because it's different if you're single versus married, different if you're with children or without children, different if you're in a blended family. This is not one size fits all. You then answer a few more questions and up come the documents. It's like you're going to be sitting across the desk from Janet, the trust lawyer, as she takes you through line by line. Now, these are legal documents, so if you want to know what a phrase means, I've highlighted it in blue for you. You just click on it, up comes the definition. Everything in red, that is what you entered. So you change your mind. All right, you just click, point, because you have pictures that go right to your library that's on your iPhone already, and we automatically populate all the documents with your corrections. It is just that simple. You then print them out, one page of instructions. If you can follow one page, you've got it made, everybody. We then show you where to sign, where to get it notarized. It is state specific. And in about 1 hour, you've personalized them, you've printed them out, and now you are protected. And you just have to understand that these documents, these 4 must-have documents, are worth $2,500. What we haven't told you is that really when you get this home, you're not going to get just 4 must-have documents. There are over 75 documents on this program. We just don't have time to tell you all of them. There are 90 frequently asked questions where you can go to this and you'll hear me ask the trust lawyer the questions that you should be asking, and Janet answers. And you have 93 essential web links to link. Oh, you lost your birth certificate. You lost it. It is a complete program onto itself, which is why we sell it for $199 on my website alone. And we sell hundreds of thousands of dollars every month of it, everybody.
Absolutely.
So I bring it to you now, but remember, once this particular package is gone, you are not going to see it again.
Suze, you just read my mind, and I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt, but here's what happens, and you know the case. You can probably guess what I'm going to say. People watch the whole presentation, especially because we get a lot of new faces who discover HSN because of you, and they recognize you, and they love you, and they trust you. But when we're in the final few minutes of the show, we have every service representative taking phone calls. You can load that mobile app. That's actually how I reserve mine. But this is the last show of the visit and the only place where this offer, where you can get this complete package. Remember, again, there is a 90-day return policy. And Maria, I know we've answered a couple of your questions, but we've had so many people on Facebook asking specific questions. And the one thing, if I can impart one thing, first of all, if I could buy this for you, I would. I'm that passionate about it. Listen, I love my Andrew Lessman vitamins and my Amon and, you know, Shock It Clean, Today's Special, all the things I use here from HSN. I do not say it lightly when I say you cannot put a price on information, let alone we're all thinking about health these days. What is your financial health? Do you think it's too late for you to retire? Do you think you're ever going to be able to retire? Should you invest? What you should be doing? What are the questions I should be asking? When I say yes, the book is worth the price of admission to me, because she covers brave new ground here that she's never done in any book. It's never too late. It's never too early. So yes, those are the keys to the kingdom. But remember, what you get here, and don't even get on Suze's website, only for this show, for this price, is what I call the virtual university and that customized identification to help you and family members as you move through life now. And certainly this is a day and age, uncertain times at best, where we're asking a lot of questions about our health. What is your financial health worth? And you know, Suze, it's something that you and I talk about with hundreds of people calling. I hope that they're doing it with a 90-day return policy. But you always make the statement, whether you got a little, whether you got a lot, doesn't matter what age. These are the things, they're the hard questions that most people don't even begin to know where to get the right answers.
Yeah, and I have to tell you, I'm worried about people, Shannon. I'm really worried because the United States really hasn't experienced anything like we've experienced since the Depression, to tell you the truth. And we don't know how this is going to turn out yet. We don't know how the trillions of dollars of stimulus packages are really ever going to be able to be paid back. Everything is very uncertain. And the economy really is in a very, it's in ICU right now. The health of our economy in the United States is not that great. And even though I think we're going to make it, and by February of next year, it's going to be okay in terms of things, you need to know how to invest. You need to know that, I've changed what you now need in retirement. I've always said I hate annuities. Well, guess what? In this book, I'm talking to you about a specific type of an annuity that I think you should get, because otherwise I don't know how you're going to get the guaranteed income to be able to be okay. You can't count on real estate and things anymore, people paying you your rent. So I need you to really, really get serious, everybody, and don't just take it for granted that the same old's going to be the same old, because it's not. I'm here to tell you it's not. Many of the stocks that were paying you dividends, guess what? They're stopping dividend payments. They're cutting dividends. Oh, many of your 401k plans that used to match your contributions, guess what? They're stopping matching it. And I'm not telling you this to scare you. I'm telling you this to let's have a wake-up call here and get the information that you need today to protect your tomorrows, whether it's in the form of the book, whether it's in the form of the 8 mistakes you can't afford to make videos and, audios, and the must-have documents. These are all tools that you need in your financial toolkit to make sure that you get to experience your ultimate retirement. Because otherwise, why are you working? What are you doing? What are you really doing? You have to be prepared and you have to start. So this book is for those of you who are 50, 60, 70, and 80, and it's written by me, who's now older now and brings a whole different perspective to life, because life changes as you get older.
It does. Hey, Susie, we have almost 1,000 people joining us in the various forms of ordering, and you can probably hear how passionate I am about this. Tomorrow's Monday, and it's interesting because prior to recent events in the news, that used to be the day that we went on a diet, right? Well, what's your financial life? What's your financial health? What's your financial diet? I want you to wake up tomorrow, no matter what uncertainty might be in your life, whether it's toilet paper and I don't mean this to be trite, but are you worried about, are you going to have a job to go back to? And again, I'm pumping the brakes. I want us all to be calm. But I want you to wake up tomorrow morning knowing that at least you did this, that at least you have the comfort of knowing you have someone that you can trust. You have a wealth of information at your fingertips. You have a wealth of information. Maybe it's not even for you. Maybe you send it across I say send it across the miles, but it's a virtual system. But Susie, with only 90 seconds remaining, can you just share what are the most important things for people to know about this with this kind of one and done opportunity?
Yeah, the most important thing is that the must-have documents that are part of this were created by my own trust lawyer. These are my documents. If they're good enough for me, I am telling you they are good enough for you. Not all documents are created equal. You should know that, everybody. So these are state-of-the-art documents, good in all 50 states. The book is absolutely magnificent. Out of all the books I have ever written, I have never had a complete 5-star review on Amazon from over 200 reviews, and the book just came out. So that says it all for the book. In terms of this program, it's my gift to all of you to share it with all your family members. So it's not just $72 and you get to have it. My goal here is that you protect every single person that you love. That's how important this is. Who gets on here and says you can share the documents, you can share the audio book, you can share the 8 mistakes audio and video with them. You can share everything with them. Protect your family, protect yourselves, and you got to take action today to protect your tomorrows, because tomorrows are very different than they've ever were before.
Most certainly. Well, this is a time that, the time has come. Susie, I wish we did have more time. Good to see you. Best to you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, girlfriend. I love you, and I hope I see you soon.
Me too. Be safe out there. Thank you, Susie. Take good care. All right, with almost 1,000 people calling, do not hang up. You can secure yours with the final quantities. I got mine. Wake up tomorrow feeling better about that and your financial health. Well, what are you cleaning with? If you are looking for something that cleans everything from handbags to jewelry to your commode, you've got to stick around. Largest and only Shaka Clean Supreme Today's Special coming up next.
Small business anchors our communities. They are family, friends, neighbors. They are us. So in partnership with the NRF Foundation, HSN, QVC, and Zulily spotlight small businesses across the country by giving them a national stage to tell their story. On air, online, on our social channels and streaming services. It's time to let small business shine and celebrate their success. Small Business Spotlight, now on HSN, QVC, and Zulily until June 6th.
The appraised values you see at HSN are set by independent, professionally certified appraisers. They determine, as closely as possible, the approximate retail cost of replacing or recreating the item, not the possible sell or purchase price. Because subjective estimates and judgments are involved, appraisals may vary by as much as 25%. Call your customer service rep for more information.
What really separates a house from a home? A home should provide comfort, coziness, and convenience. Join me on Monday nights where I'll be giving you great ideas for your home, your kitchen, and your life.
Get the best deals on the things you love with the Hsn Card. As an Hsn Card VIP, you'll get all kinds of perks, like 12-month VIP financing on select items, plus extra flex on beauty, jewelry, shoe, and fashion purchases all day, every day. And at least 8 VIP savings events a year. Includes fraud protection, and there's no annual fee. Apply now and instantly get $10 off when you're approved. Call 1-800-695-1418 or visit hsn.com/HSN Card. It's the Memorial Day sale. It all starts Friday. Don't miss exclusive weekend-only deals and new products from the brands you love. Big names, big deals, all weekend long, only on HSN.
Hey, if I'm right, you're probably doing more cleaning than ever in history because we're all safer at home. Well, what are you using to clean the refrigerator or the commode or the stovetop or your jewelry or your bathtub or your shower or your cookware? Bunch of different things. How about one amazing world-famous cleaner? No bleach, no soap, no ammonia, nothing weird, nothing harsh. And then only spend 19 cents a bottle? Sound good? Better. Start today's special.